What's up, guys? I'm back with another F123 video. This time we got some MyTeam action. This is Imola. This is, I don't know, 8 races or something into my first season in MyTeam. This is only like the second or third video you guys have seen, and the reasoning is because it's not going that well. We're a backmarker team, and I have had flashes of brilliance, but we've now had, I think, 2 or 3 mechanical failures. At least one race where I ran out of gas. I remember I showed that to people, the Jetta video where I ran out of fuel, which I seem to do every year in my team, at least once before I learned my lesson. And then we've had a couple results that were just not great because of driver error or the AI was set incorrectly. I had one where it was too high, and it was a terrible race. And another where I think I spun a couple times. So, there's like 2 schools of thought. There could be like you show every video and you kind of show the full journey, or you can just kind of show the best content. And currently I'm just showing the best content, but maybe that changes if I can maybe get a little more consistent and we can have some interesting and entertaining battles on track. I don't know that I would ever do like a full MyTeam series where I show every race, but hey, I'm not opposed to it. But as I said, this is Imola, and that qualifying lap for me was a banger. I mean, it was great. I felt great. It felt like a really good lap for me. I was really dialed in. And you may be saying like, oh, P5 and your car is bottom of the grid back marker in your first season, and your teammate qualified P22, which is all fair. But I think it was a really good lap for me, and it felt like the AI this race was pretty well dialed in terms of difficulty level. Maybe it could have been a point or two higher, but if you kind of think about, and obviously you can watch the video, and you may be able to tell from the title of this video that there's going to be a little bit of drama, but throughout this video you'll kind of see that I'm not as fast as the top teams, but I am faster than some of the bottom tier backmarker teams, which feels about right to me. And maybe the AI was a point or two low, but for the most part it felt pretty good, and it felt like we were in a pretty good place. So I'm going to be starting 5th here, which to me is awesome. This is a track that I love, and I really feel like I've got a good chance to compete if I can just have a good start, stay consistent, not try to overdrive the car, just stay within myself, because this is a track where you don't really have a lot of passing opportunities. There are, of course, some passing opportunities. You've got the DRS zone on the long straight. Obviously, it's a place where you can pass, and there are a couple other areas where you can pass if you get a good exit. If you're good through the corners and get a good exit, you can get some momentum and pass the car. So it's certainly going to be possible. It's just maybe not super likely. But the result there is that I think if I drive within the car and I'm smart and I don't get aggressive, I could be on for a really good result here. So I'm certainly going to do my best and see what I can do, and just take whatever comes as it comes. And there are certainly some things that are going to happen in this race, but I won't spoil too much for you there. You see that our strategy is going to be medium hard. I keep flicking back and forth between projected and personalized there, and it seems almost exactly the same. So it seems like they're pretty dialed in terms of what they think my tire wear is going to be, which is fine with me. And you may have seen I did not touch fuel, and the reasoning is because, again, I don't want to run out of gas, and I've done it already. I'm just going to go with the default fuel from now on, and if that costs me a little bit of time, so be it. It's just not worth running out of gas. I saw a lot of cars are starting on the softs, and I think that's that's probably a tire wear upgrade situation where those cars just have more tire wear upgrades than I do, and so they're not going to be as punished by tire wear as I am in my back marker brand new car, as he says as he lines up 5th on the grid, but my brand new car without all the upgrades. So hopefully, as we put some upgrades on the car, get some tire wear benefits, hopefully we can start running more soft medium strategies and really compete with those top teams on pace and on merit, which I don't think we can do at this point. We get off the line here, 5 lights, 5 red lights, away we go. I get a really good start, but George Russell comes over to the left side of the track and covers me off. And in my braking and trying to recover a little bit, Perez gets past me, and I am rooted here in 6th place. And you see Perez immediately starts running away, and the rest of the pack at the front immediately starts running away. And I'm panicking. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. I'm gonna drop 5 places in the first lap or something like that. But it was quickly apparent to me that I probably am running a little more downforce than these guys, maybe. So you see that on the corners, it seems like I'm gaining a little bit of time, and then we get to straighter areas and they gain a little bit more time. So I think that's going to be a little give and take throughout the race, back and forth, and I'm just going to have to try to make up as much time as I can in the corners to then be in a good position to pass on the straights. You see Valtteri Bottas behind me is not immediately catching up to me, so I'm hopeful that I can stay ahead of him a bit, and I'm also hoping that I can just stay within DRS range of these guys in front of me, but I'm aware that it's going to be a tall task. Back to my point, these cars are faster than I am. I'm aware of that. You look at the first lap, Lewis Hamilton does a 121.5. I'm at a 123.8. He is on softs, I'm on mediums, but there's no question that he's faster than I am. So DRS is now activated going into the 3rd lap, and we don't get it this lap because there's only one DRS zone, and you don't get the detection until lap 3, so there won't be any this lap. But it looks like it's a moot point because I'm not going to be within range when we get to the next opportunity to do it. Sainz behind me, we're on lap 4 here. You can see that he's catching up a bit. He's in a faster car than I am. We're on the same tires. He's got the fast lap of the race right this second, and he is very quickly gaining on me. But there is a question of, is he using a lot of battery to do that? Unfortunately, I'm using quite a bit of battery too. You can see that I'm already down to 35%. We're only on the 5th lap of the race. Hopefully we can settle into a bit of a groove. Maybe I can recharge some battery and just run in clean air. But Sainz goes for the pass there, and I'm firmly on the inside track. He intelligently backs out of the move when I have the inside line, which is nice, and I'm able to stay ahead. And fortunately, it seems like I just had a bit more pace than he did. He does take a little go at it here when I run a little wide, and I see that red arrow on my right, and he could have caused a serious problem there if he'd stuck his nose in. But fortunately, he backs out of the move. We are fine. Fast forward to lap 9. It seems like there are a couple tiers here. So you have the lead cars, which all appear to be on softs, are roughly 2 seconds ahead of me. Other than this lap, I don't know what happened here. I gained a lot of time here on this lap. Sainz is within a second of me behind, and I've been using quite a bit of battery to stay ahead of him. Fortunately, getting some good exits going into the DRS straight, so he's not been able to pass me to this point. But we are absolutely gapping Norris. So I'm envisioning a situation where when I pit, I am just like, I have tons and tons of space. Maybe not a full pit stop ahead of Norris, but definitely in a position where if I can stay consistent, I'm on for a good result. But unfortunately, we get the safety car, which sometimes is good. I think in this case, it hurt me, other than the fact that it was a really nice time to change tires. I mean, I was coming up to my pit window anyway. I think my pit window was starting on lap 11, so that worked out fine. And I'm able to pit here for the hard tires and hopefully be in a good position. You'll see here, just watch the time. The pit stop is 4 seconds here. I mean, 4.6 seconds, sorry, not even 4 seconds. I get the optimal and then 4.6 seconds. And the reasoning was it just took them too long to get that right front tire off. And I got an audio message about it. You may not be able to hear it in this, but we are on to the broadcast safety car portion of the race, and I want you to watch this closely, right? So I'm obviously in P6. My teammate P21 is out. I don't know what happened to him, but we didn't get any sort of notification. Maybe he had some sort of mechanical failure or something, but we didn't get any notification. But you see here, we're in the broadcast safety car portion. We get to the end of lap 12, and I'm now no longer in 6th place. I'm in P19. And I have no idea why. The whole order has been rearranged. It looks like it's purely just sorted by car performance. It's like 2 Red Bulls, 2 Ferraris, 2 Mercedes, 2 Alpines, 2 McLarens, 2 Alphas, and the only cars that are excluded are Caldwell and Stroll, who are both out of the race, and Hulkenberg, who apparently was lapped somehow. I don't know how he was already lapped, but we'll see me pass him in a second as he's a back marker. But I have no idea what happened here. I was P6, I'm P19, and my first thought was like, did the AI pit for me? And again, and I changed tires? But I looked after the race and I only had one pit stop on the sheet. So I have no idea what happened here. I reported this to Codemasters on the EA forums. I don't know. I didn't see any other people that have had this problem, but there's no way that I'm the first person to experience this. I mean, I've just lost 13 positions for 0 reasons at all. And I had no idea this was even a bug. I mean, this is the first time I've encountered this, and I think I've even had safety cars before, broadcast safety cars before in this game. So I just don't understand what happened. But at this point, all I can do is just try to make the best of the situation I've been given. And fortunately, I feel like I've got a lot more pace than all these cars at the back of the field. It is going to be a hard charge to try to get some points here, but I'm determined. I'm feeling good. I love this track. I feel like I'm dialed in, and you see me make a couple passes here. We're on to lap, 15 now, so we've had 3 or 4 green flag running laps, and I wasn't able to pass a lot of cars at the beginning, but once I get in this free air, man, I am just beaming. I'm gaining time. I'm putting myself in a good position. The question is just going to be, do I have enough time to go to the end of the race? And, there's maybe a situation where the mediums would have worked for me, but with the safety car being when it was, obviously we ran a couple laps under safety car, so I would have protected the tires a bit, but I just didn't feel like there was anything to do other than go to the hards, because I started on the mediums, right? So I can't just go to another set of mediums. It would make no sense to do a 2-stopper from that point, so I had to be on the hards, and I'm just gonna have to charge up through the field on the hards. But fortunately, I'm able to do that. We're on lap 19 here. I'm already in P14 after starting P19 after the safety car, and I'm taking every opportunity to pass these guys when I can. And fortunately, I'm staying safe. I'm not doing anything that I think is crazy. Maybe you disagree, but I'm able to just stay in it, take advantage of the opportunities when I can. Like this is a good passing zone if you can get a good exit, and I'm able to get a good exit here, past Joe, come up on Alonso, and fortunately the AI was not forcing an issue on some of these. Maybe these guys just know that I'm not their race, although I guess I am their race, given where I am in the field. Oh, but this is good. I was happy with this. I'm catching up on Alonso. It's going to be tight. It's going to be so tight. I hit the 100-meter board and brake, and he gave me the inside line, and I took it, perfectly timed it, didn't overcook it, just perfectly cooked it, honestly. Didn't lock up. So that was, everything I could have hoped for. Got that pass, but unfortunately, we're going into the last lap here. It just looks like I'm not going to be able to catch the Alpha in front of me. You see me cut that time down as we go to the end of the lap, but there was just not enough time. Maybe one more lap, I would have had an opportunity for points here, but as it stands, I finish about 0.6 seconds behind Valtteri and finish P11, which is disappointing because I was P6, did not get passed by any cars, and then overtook 8 more cars. So if anything, I should have ended -2nd, but I didn't. And Yuki gets the driver of the day. I don't know, man. Kind of felt like I was driver of the day. I was overperforming the car in my first stint, and then overtook 8 cars in my second stint. So I guess the game is just blind to that. But yeah, I mean, this felt to me like a really great race, really well run race by me. I felt like I raced just intelligently, carefully, but aggressive when I needed to be. Unfortunately, we were just not on for points given this safety car glitch that occurred. But you see there, 1 stop. And if you look at the time, I did a 121, and the fastest cars are, 8 tenths faster than that? 7 or 8 tenths faster than that. So I felt like that was a pretty good pace that we had in that race for where our car was, and still don't have any points. You see me scroll through the standings here, but we are working on that, trying to do that. And you see me check the pit stops here because again, I didn't understand what happened with the safety car glitch, and I still don't understand. But I've reported it to EA, to Codemasters. Let's hope that they fix it. Um, it at least was interesting because it let me charge from P19 to P11 in my second stint. So at the very least, maybe it was some good content, but I got to say, it sure would have been nice to get some points because we still don't have any points, and I would really love some. And we're gonna need it for the team because I don't think Ollie Caldwell is gonna get any points, but we might have a new teammate soon, so let's see if we can change that. But thanks for watching. I'll be back with more.